Welcome to Friday Night at the Shoe in this presentation of the South Atlantic Conference on the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. One of the oldest rivalries in the SAC renewed once again tonight as the Indians of Catawba come in to Schuford Gymnasium here in Hickory to take on the 15-5 Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. Good evening and welcome to the Shoe. Eric Bach, so happy you're along with me tonight on this Friday night for volleyball, the final Friday night of October. And it has been 27 days since the Bears have been here, played 10 straight matches away from home, went 7-3 in those matches, sit at 10-2 in the SAC, good for second place behind Tusculum, with a team that Lenoir-Rhyne owns the SAC tiebreaker with by virtue of their win over them the last time they were home here at the beginning of the month. But Catawba comes in losing 3 out of their last 4. All of their recent matches have been at home, so it's kind of a flip. LR comes home for the first time in a while, and Catawba hits the road for the first time in a while. They played 4 straight matches at home, lost 3 of them. Most recently, a sweep to Anderson their last time out. But the Bears just picked up a sweep on Tuesday night at Lincoln Memorial. Played in the SAC Peach Belt crossover over this past weekend down in Georgia and South Carolina. Went 3-1 on the weekend. 2 league losses are to Carson Newman and Anderson, but other than that, they've beaten Wingate, they've beaten Tusculum, they've beaten all the teams that are at the top of the league standings. So it has been a historically good start. The first time since 2006 the Bears have fared this well in conference play. So 15 years coming, and they have a lot of really high-performing players, especially of late. Rachel Buick, mostly of note. She set the single-match record for Diggs with 42 in a 5-set win over USC Aiken, and just joined the 1,000 Dig Club here for Lenoir-Rhyne. Joins her teammate Taylor Prawl, who has both 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs. TP got that honor in the Carson Newman match last week. These two actually just met not very long ago, back on October 13th at Catawba. A 3-1 LR victory. The Bears dropped the first set at Catawba and then took care of business in the last 3 sets to take a 3-1 win. Indians are at even 500 on the year, 9-9 overall, 6-6 in SAC play. Head coach Patrick Nicholas in his 3rd year has Catawba playing competitive volleyball with everyone. And here we go. First serve coming up. And it's Helen Hamilton, senior from Greensboro, with it. And we are underway here from the Shoe. First time in 27 days, and the first play is a mishit there for Catawba's Jordan Gore, sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina. The Bears quickly score here in the first point of the first set. Hamilton has not seen much playing time, but gets the start tonight. Good dig there by Taylor Prawl on Kylie Morgan, who's second on Catawba in kills. Bears in white, Indians in navy blue. Colette Romp gets blocked, but they are able to save it off a good play from Hawkins. There's a tip, and it hit the arrow, or the needle there, pardon me, by Height Miranda, senior from Brazil. So 2-0 Bears here early on, and Hamilton still serves, and serves way long, so a service error. Gets side out, and the point back to Catawba. 2-1 Bears here in the first set. And serving for the Indians is the libero, Gabrielle Kuzma, leads the team in digs. He's from Colorado, from Highlands Park, Colorado, pardon me. Emma Clark leads the team in hitting. Almost got another kill there. Now Hawkins. A little bit long. 2-2 our score here in the first set, Bears and Indians. LR has won 7 straight in this series. Last time Catawba took down the Bears was 2016. It's a big long serve and an ace for Kuzma, who serves from back behind the basketball baseline. And the Indians have their first lead at 3-2. Right in the middle of the A there, well behind the service line. There's Miss Buick, the libero for the Bears, and a block at the net for Miranda. And after conceding the first 2 of the match, Catawba scored 4 unanswered here off the serve of Kuzma. First home match for the Bears since October 2nd. They beat UVA Wise. That tip try denied by Ashley Johnson. And Catawba, after a great dig there by Dara Kane, was able to salvage that point. But Indians in scramble mode here, and they just have to bump it over. Romp again. That one's down. Second on the team in kills in the spring season, averaging just over 2 kills per set. Hitting 21% on the year, and it's 4-3 Catawba. Serve back to Hawkins. And well done there by Hawkins to have a strong serve in the back row, and we're all square at 4. As Ashley picks up the service ace. She leads the Bears in that category. And has 2 in a row. As that one's mishit by Morgan. Second on the team in kills for Catawba. The Bears have the lead back at 5-4. Very similar start to the match a few weeks ago at Catawba. Hawkins, a 3rd straight ace. That one right into the corner. Ashley was the subject of a mic'd up video as Buick with a great dig diving towards the sideline. First tip try for Prawl as it goes back over. Here she comes. That one goes up into the rafters and sits down, and it's a point for the Bears as it comes down on the Bears side of the net, but ran across one of the support beams up there on the ceiling, and it's 7-4 LR. Prawl not having quite the year she had in the spring, but still really good, as there's a kill on the outside for Catawba to cut the lead down to 2 here in the first, but Prawl led the SAC with 4.88 kills per set in the spring season. That was over a kill per set more than the second place finisher, averaging just a measly 3.31 kills per set this year as the hit from Emma Clark goes long. She's 5th in the SAC in hit percentage with a 3.11. Transfer from Georgia State. There's a service error there for Catawba and Carrie Hales. Buick will serve it. Morgan decides to go soft. See what Prawl does. Good block there in the net. Off the block again, and Romp. Perfect touch. Indians were selling out on the block, and Collette just tipped it right over their heads. It's her second kill. The Bears not able to save that one as Buick had to dive to her left for the dig and fired it quick right at the net. Not much Prahl could do there as Allison Bryant comes in. She's third in the sack, a little bit higher than Prahl on the kills per set list, over 3.5 for her. She's a California native. Swings and misses, or didn't miss, but into the net with the hit. Allison from Kelseyville, California, sophomore. Now Anna Jordan comes in to serve. She's been seeing more time recently. Past couple weeks, she's played in almost every set. Played in all 3 at Lincoln Memorial as there's a good combo block there for Prahl and Faust. Haven't heard much from Braylon. That one tipped over by Halsey. And a double hit on Catawba, 11-7 Bears. Good line drive serve there from Anna Jordan. But a combo block, mostly by Bryant, as Halsey was caught flat-footed there. And a timeout for Catawba as they were actually in the net. So the point went to the Bears. First timeout for the Indians here in the first set, down 5. See if Patrick Nicholas can get the Indians back reorganized when we come back.
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience, all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by.
Back here at the shoe, 12-7 LR over Catawba in the first. Anna Jordan serving. And just a miscommunication there off the set from Derek Kane as both hitters went up and the set was right between the two of them. So a mistake there for Catawba. It's 13-7. Nice dig by Buick, who is making a strong case for SAC Defensive Player of the Year. Halsey and Faust combine on the block there. They tip it again, and Prahl right down the throat, the middle of the Indian defense, and the Bears are up a touchdown, 14-7 here in the first. Speaking of touchdowns, big game tomorrow for the Bear football team. Heading down to Wingate, trying to defend their SAC title. Still a chance. What a dig there from Anna Jordan. Off the hit from Allison Bryant. If the Bears win this point, that is why. One of the best hitters in the SAC denied. There's another one of the best hitters in the SAC. Also denied. Hawkins chases it down, and they can't get it over. Oh, she made a great play to get there, but the Bears got caught in no man's land. The point goes back to Catawba. Ashley Johnson will serve it. Third on the team in kills. Junior from Lexington, NC. First chance for Faust, and she makes the most of it. Clips the line and gets the serve back for LR. Braylonsman really good. She leads the team, second on the team in hitting percentage after Clark. Just over a kill and a half per set. The dig for Prahl. She plays all the way around in the rotation. She never comes off the floor. But a good block there for Catawba. We get it back to 6. It's 15-9. And Miranda coming back in. Then Kane will serve. Catawba coming off arguably their worst outing of the season against Anderson. Didn't have anyone in double-digit kills. Miranda actually led the Indians with 9 in that one, as Prawl can't get to that one, and the point goes back to Catawba. But it was a performance that the Indians are trying to forget and move on from. Anderson actually swept both of these teams that you see in front of us here. Everyone's still chasing Tusculum in the SAC standings right now. Bears right there with 2 losses. Tusculum only has the 1 loss that came here in this gym to LR. Good block there by Faust. Redirected it back. And it's 16-10 LR. But Wingate's in 3rd. They have 3 league losses, 2 to Tusculum and 1 to LR here. It's the first time the Bears had beaten the Bulldogs in a really long time. And they rematch as Faust has an ace right after the block. So, a couple of points in a row for Braylon, the Statesville native. But Bears and Bulldogs will match up again for the second time. A week from tomorrow, the Bears will go down to Wingate as there's a nice low serve from Braylon Faust and a good challenge by Hawkins at the net. And Allison Bryant gets another kill, her second. Indians hanging around for now. Still down 6 here in the first. LR has played very few 3-set matches this year. As Clark picks up a big one. Those short sets have been very effective for LR so far. I've seen Prawl get a kill off of it. So has Faust and now Clark. Now Halsey will serve. And a kill for Miranda. Heichele Miranda, the Brazilian, native of Curitiba, Brazil, transferred to Catawba from Broward Community College. The libero Kuzma back to serve. Clark met an Indian wall right there at the net, but has a wall of her own as Johnson tried to slam it down her throat and couldn't. Another dig for Prawl. Catawba in scramble mode as they have been a lot of this first set. Ashley Hawkins. Romp dives but can't get it. And after that long rally, maybe the longest of this first set, the point goes back to Catawba. Indians scored 4 straight points off Kuzma's serve early. Trying to do the same here. Nice dig that time by Kane to keep that one alive. Can they get there? They might be able to. Oh, it gets over. But I think Catawba was in the net. They were. What an effort there by LR. And a standing ovation from the crowd. What a job that was by the Bears. Thought maybe for a second it was going to go to Catawba with the Bears in the net, but they say the Indians were. Tip block there, and Hawkins digs it. And now Prawl. They're sending 2 defenders at the outside hitters always. And a point for LR. And a timeout for Catawba. So the Bears get a couple of good rallies, a couple of good saves, and are 5 points away from taking the first set here on the Bears Sports Network.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain.
Hawkins serving out of the Catawba timeout. And a block for TP. Prawl picks up another. Emma Clark also gets in on that action. It's 21-13 LR. Catawba wanted a lift there off the swing from Kylie Morgan. Didn't get it. That one's way long off the hand of Miranda. And things starting to slip away from the Indians here in the first set. Hawkins serving, who already had 3 straight aces earlier in this set. Big run up and a hit there for Morgan, but she hits it right at Rachel Buick. Not a great idea. Buick picks up the block from Catawba, but they block 2 in a row. Ashley Johnson right there in the middle. Catawba's blocking game has been on point here in the first set. That's what's kept them in it, kept them alive up to this point. Carrie Hales will try to serve and get the Indians on a bit of a run here in the first. Tip from Clark, nothing doing. And the same for Kylie Morgan. Second error she's made in that way, trying to finesse it over, but leaves it short. Side out and point back to LR. 2 points away from taking the first, and Rachel Buick serving. And there's a bad block there by Romp and Faust as Morgan picks up another. 23-15. Kylie's second kill. Her and Kane, the only 2 Indians in positive hitting percentage. There's somebody else in positive hitting percentage, Taylor Prawl. Her 3rd kill of this first set, and it's set point for the Bears and Anna Jordan serving. Both Prawl and Romp with 3 kills apiece. Prawl for the set. And that's a push, I would say. Or a double hit. Either way, it's set 1 to LR. So, oh, pardon me. That was 4 hits on Lenoir-Rhyne. I didn't see the way the referee pointed. I think they might have pointed the opposite way. So it's a point to Catawba, but it doesn't matter, as Taylor Prawl ends the set with a rocket right at Johnson. So unlike the first meeting, the Bears take care of business in the first set. No real trouble, 25-16. We'll try to continue their performance into the second set when we come back on the Bears Sports Network.
Doesn't matter who you are, Everett has you covered. Proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work, introducing True Energy Infrared Technology Socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's rocket science. The perfect sock for your active life, for fitness, performance, recovery. Proven innovation to ignite your true energy.
Back here on the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. LR took the first set, 25-16. Played pretty well. Hit .091. Taylor Prawl hit .400 in the first set. Had 4 kills to lead all players. Three service aces for Ashley Hawkins. All of them in a row in the early part of that first set. Prawl also leads the Bears with 9 digs. Buick had 6. 2 leading hitters for Catawba, Kylie Morgan and Allison Bryant, each with 2 kills in the first set. But Bears picking up right where they left off on Tuesday night when they made quick work of Lincoln Memorial over in Harrogate, Tennessee. And the first time the Bears have been home since early October. Certainly showing no signs of rust, of at least playing in this gym. 10 matches away. Back home again tomorrow as Queens comes in. Second back-to-back home stretch on a Friday, Saturday of the year. The Arcane will start the second set. Hawkins bops it over, and Bryant, she's got her first kill of the second set. Got to get her going if you're Catawba. Would love to know the story about how Allison Bryant ended up at Catawba from California. As the Indians pick up a second point here in the second set. As Kane picked up the service ace. Not a pretty set there from Hawkins, but it worked out. And a nice swing there for Jordan Gore, sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina. In the first 3 of the second set to Catawba. They went on a couple early runs in the first set, but the Bears were able to weather those storms. See if Ashley Hawkins can get them on track. Romp goes long. Not by much, but Just a tad bit off the line for Collette. And a good serving run to start the second set here for Derek Kane. And there is a lift that time on Helen Hamilton, who's seen a little bit more time here today. Senior from Greensboro. Mark Wimberly letting this thing go for now. Interim head coach who has taken this program to heights that they have not seen in 15 years this year. Running hit for Romp. Dug out. Bryant just has to pop it over. Bears looking for their first point of the second set. Kuzma with a nice play. Buick digs out Bryant again. Hawkins, another dig for Kuzma. Good rally going here. Bryant just has to bump it over. Hawkins in the middle, too wide, and Kuzma was able to avoid it narrowly. And the first 6 of the second set go to Catawba. Derek Kane still serving. Emma Clark finally ends the streak, and the Bears get rid of the goose egg on the scoreboard here in the second set. Emma, who came to LR from Georgia State, but played for Mark Wimberly before that in JUCO. Prawl denied as Gore got a piece of it. And that one off the block goes into the needle. And the point back to Catawba as Bryant picks up another kill. She's got 2 here in the second set. She had 2 the entire first set. And 2 in the first 8 points of the second. And now she'll serve. That was a bad set from Hamilton. Double hit. This is vintage LR this year. The minute they go up on somebody, they have stretches of sloppiness. Rarely take care of teams in 3. But they've been so clutch late in games. They've 4-1 in 5-set matches this year. And it's 9-1 Catawba. See what Mark Wimberly does here as he lets it go for now. And now he'll take a timeout. So 9 of the first 10 points of the second set go to Catawba. They're trying to even things up on the road here at the Shoe.
Moret Stadium is an iconic part of LR athletics, hosting games, tailgating, marching band competitions, sports camps, and graduation ceremonies. The stadium serves as a valued focal point for the greater Hickory area. The time has come to renovate the stadium to allow LR to continue to offer our student athletes, fans, and the community an exceptional experience.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Allison Bryant serving out of the LR timeout. 9-1 Catawba here in the second. That was probably long, but Hawkins decided to hit it. And a combo block there for Clark and Prawl. Those two have combined for a couple of good blocks here Another kill that time for Catawba. Every time the Bears have gotten a point here in the second set, the Indians have answered right back. And Kuzma leads the team in digs. Already has one ace tonight. Haven't heard much from Faust, but Prawl has been the focal point of the Bear offense and has another. She's got 5 kills now to lead all players in the game. Bryant has 4 for Catawba. Those are the 2 of the top 4 hitters in the SAC on display tonight. It's 10-3 Indians. But off the needle with the hit that time is Kylie Morgan, and the point goes to LR. Just barely glanced the needle right in front of the referee there on the far side. Would have been a kill for her had that not happened. Now she gets another shot. Almost makes the most of it as Hawkins with a nice diving dig. And there's a block for Miranda and Johnson, sending all of their people at Taylor Prawl. That's 6-1 and 5-10 there on the outside. Swinging for that one. Carrie Hales comes in to serve with the point back to Catawba. These two closest geographically to each other in the SAC. Less than an hour drive from Hickory to Salisbury. Oh, Anna Jordan dug that one with her chest. Halsey makes a nice dive. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good if you're Jordan there. Just was in the right place. And now Prawl. Up in the air. Can they get to it? Bryant does, and they save it. But it was out off the hit from Johnson. So we've seen a couple of good efforts on saves tonight, mostly for the Bears. That was the first one for Catawba, but we're not able to get the point out of it. And Prawl will serve. Faust, she's been quiet tonight, just mentioned that. As she goes, the Bears go. Kuzma digs that one out. Another chance for her. Bears trying to get her involved as Halsey keeps setting her up. A nice tip there from Mackenzie Halsey. Bears finding their groove a little bit, cutting into this lead. It's down to 5 here in the second set. But a service error for Prawl. Service errors are not going to help your comeback. Lots of deep serves for Catawba. Morgan with her back to the wall all the way back there. That one tipped the top of the net and shook it. It's still shaking. And now Allison Bryant. Bears have had a good plan for her. And another tip from Halsey. Back-to-back points for LR scored by her. Now Braylon Faust will serve it. Back-to-back service errors for LR. One by Prawl, one by Faust as Buick comes back in. Ashley Johnson will serve it. Junior from Lexington, North Carolina. Came to Catawba from the D1 level. Transferred from Davidson. And Bryant was not able to run that one across the top of the net, but Jordan Gore maybe should have just let that one go, as it had a better chance of getting over than it did, obviously, with the fourth hit. So, bit of a mistake there. The two teams trading points as the block is wide from Clark, and another kill for Allison Bryant. As Hamilton comes back in. Derek Kane on the serve. She had the long serving streak to start this set. And Hawkins denied. Miranda and Gore both right there. Catawba's block has been the strength of their game so far through a set and a half. Certainly not backing down in the face of the Bear hitters. Hamilton got Gore flailing after that one, but it worked out, and Romp finds the back line for the kill. Colette's 4th kill of the match. Hawkins in to serve. Another block. Gore has been a blocking machine in this set. That one wasn't making it over either way. But if it did, Miranda was right there. 16-9. Catawba trying to even things up at 1 set apiece here at Schuford Gymnasium. Brand new floor installed right before volleyball season began. Part of phase 1 of the LR campaign. New floor, new lighting for this school year. New bleachers, new video board for next school year. Exciting time to be at LR, and an exciting time to watch Taylor Prawl. This is her best hitting performance in recent memory. She's got 7 kills and is hitting .350. But Morgan answers back. The Bears want to come back in this second set. Trading points is not the way to do it, down 7. That's what they're doing right now. Kuzma back again to serve. Faust gets her 3rd kill. I just think Braylon Faust is the X factor for LR. You know what you're going to get from Prawl. You know what you're going to get from Romp and Clark. And when Faust is playing at a high level, the Bears are a really tough team to beat. Ashley Johnson, 135 kills coming into this one. Gets her 2nd of this match. Back and forth we go. Bears are going to have to make up some ground here quickly if they don't want to lose the second set. Faust again. Low-hanging dig there for Morgan Childress. And the ball ends up on the Catawba side of the net. Prawl will serve it. Last time she served was a service error. This one better. What a dig that time by Prawl as her and Jordan were in the same spot, and that one's out. Several close call saves tonight for the Bears, but that's what makes Taylor Prawl so useful for LR. Is she's not just a hitter. She's a good defender. Obviously, just got her 1,000th dig few last week. And a timeout for Catawba. Patrick Nicholas can sense this thing swinging back the other way, tries to stop the Bear momentum. See if they can keep it up when you come back to the Shoe on the Bear Sports Network. back after the timeout for Catawba. LR scored 2 points in a row, 3 of the last 4 to cut the lead down to 5 in this second set. Bears took the first. And Halsey takes the bad set and makes the most of it. Her third kill of this set. And this is the closest LR has been since it was 4-0 in this set. Catawba lead consistently between 5 and 8 points throughout the second set, but now it's back to 4. Prawl still serves it. Not a great set there for Morgan, but the Indians were able to save it. Lucky to do that as Hawkins with an athletic play to contort her body off another bad set. And Faust finds the back line. Braylon's 4th kill of the match, 3rd of the set. The lead is 3. As they're wiping off the floor on the chin of the Bear. There was a mass of bodies down there. You can see them cleaning it off there on the left side of your screen. And you can still hear the shoes squeaking as they walk over it, but the Indians say that it's good enough. We're back in action. The sets for Kylie Morgan on the outside have not been great of late. As Kuzma saves that one with a dive. They just have to bop it over. Halsey, nice diving stop there by Hales. Another dig for Prawl. Another big swing there by TP. Hales has made 2 good defensive plays in a row, but Faust has cut the lead to 2. Said it twice, I'll say it again. As she goes, the Bears go. She's nursing a little bit of an ankle issue last week, but seems to be in full health. She is the key. It was a high set that time, and they just had to hit it over. Faust again. She's unstoppable right now. Braylon's got 6 kills, 5 of them in this second set, and the lead is back down to just 1 as Catawba has some subs coming in. You see SpongeBob and Patrick leaving the gym. They've seen enough. Halloween time here in H-Town. I saw a few costumes around today. But SpongeBob and Patrick got snuffed out by the new shoe smell here in the gym. Prawl still serving. 5 straight points for the Bears to cut it to 1. And now 6 straight points as Catawba was in the net. And we're all tied at 18. It was 18-11. And another timeout for Catawba as LR has scored 7 straight points here in the second set to tie things back up at 18. Let's see if they can take their first lead of the second set when you come back on the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain. Don't make your health wait. See your doctor. Your health means everything.
LR trying to take their first lead of the second set. They were down 18-11. They've scored 7 straight points to tie it back up and now have their first lead as Braylon Faust has owned this set. Her 6th kill of the set. And the Bears have their first lead. 19-18, trying to jump ahead of Catawba 2-0 here on a Friday night at the Shoe. First time the home crowd has been able to see the Bears in 27 days. 10 straight matches away from home. And now another point for LR. 2 bad sets by Catawba has fueled this run for the Bears as well. Taylor Prahl's been serving the entire time. And she's got her first ace of the run. And LR is looking to run away with the second set. Didn't look like it was heading that way, but 10 straight points for the Bears, giving them a 3-point lead here in the second. Patrick Nicholas, the head coach for Catawba, just trying to do anything he can right now to change people in and out to stop this run. Catawba just looks unsure of themselves right now. Buick with a good diving dig. She's got my vote for SAC Defensive Player of the Year. And the run is finally, no it's not! The hit from Ashley Johnson was long, just by a hair. 11 straight points for the Bears. It has to be one of the longest serving runs of Taylor Prahl's career. Halsey another. She started the run with a couple of tip kills. She's got 6 for the match. Prahl has 8, Faust has 7, Halsey has 6. Those are the 3 Bears that are pacing the offense. That one is in for Johnson, and the streak finally ends. The officials, it was still a point for Catawba, but it wasn't a kill for Johnson. They said the Bears were in the net, so either way, same result. A point for Catawba. Morgan Pearson serves. Faust too wide on the hit. Off the leg of the linesman down there. Catawba not out of it yet. Still fighting probably for their lives. This set is crucial for Catawba. The second set. Don't want to go down 2-0 on the road. And that one's in again. And set point coming up for the Bears. Didn't look very likely when it was 18-11. Since then, Bears have outscored Catawba 13-2. And Faust is the star of the set. She'll serve for the set. Off the block. Ashley Hawkins. Off the block again. Clark gets denied by Johnson. Big block for her. Indians not done yet in the second. Johnson loops a serve to the near side. And Hawkins gives the Bears a set 2 victory. What a comeback. 12-point run in the middle of it. They were down 18-11. They win the second set 25-21 and grab a commanding 2-0 lead here in their return to the shoe. Going for the sweep when you come back on the Bear Sports Network.
Doesn't matter who you are, Everett has you covered. Proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work, introducing True Energy Infrared Technology Socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's rocket science. The perfect sock for your active life, for fitness, performance, recovery. Proven innovation to ignite your true energy.
Getting ready for the third set here at Schuford Gymnasium on the campus of Lenoir-Rhyne University. Bears off to their best start in conference play since 2006 and off to a great start tonight against Catawba, trying to sweep the season series and the match. Tonight, took down the Indians 3-1 back on October 13th at Catawba. Dropped the first set that night. Taking the first two here tonight. It wasn't looking good for LR in the second set. They were down 18-11. They had some sloppy errors. Catawba was hitting at a high percentage, but then all of a sudden, Taylor Prawl started serving, and the tables turned. A 12-point serving run for her and the Bears. And LR took the lead and never squandered it to win the second set 25-22, and they'll start with the serve here in the third, and Helen Hamilton. Buick in the middle of that fray gets the dig, and Clark gets the kill. Only Emma's third. She's been pretty quiet tonight, but Faust, Halsey, and Prawl have been the main offensive threats tonight for LR. Third set already off to a better start than the second one was. It was 6-1. Catawba to start the second set. Got to get Allison Bryant going if you're Catawba, number 3 on the outside. One of the best hitters in the SAC. That one looked to be tipped, but it is not. No, it is. The official pointed the wrong way again, but it was pretty clearly tipped and goes back to the Indians, but a server's error for Ashley Johnson immediately ends that serve for Catawba. And over 1,000 career digs herself. So the Bears have 3 players as Bryant doesn't come close on that one. Bears have 3 players on the court right now that have 1,000 career digs. Hawkins serving, Prawl and Buick the other 2. It's a back row swing there for Kylie Morgan. And she's able to run that one down off the tip attempt from Clark. Bryant had a bad angle at it, but still gave it a good attempt. And a block for Catawba. Dara Kane will serve it. She's got the only, or one of 2 aces tonight for Catawba. Another block there for the Indians on the near side this time. Blocks on both corners on back-to-back points. Tie this third set up at 3. And Dara Kane just sneaks it over the net. Prawl has to go down to a knee for the dig. And Gore with a nice play to keep it alive for the Indians. But Romp finds the open lane. Nobody home on the back row for Catawba. And Colette's got her 5th kill of the night. She's one of the few that's coming back next year. Just a junior from Simpsonville, South Carolina. Faust was right there for the block. Then she gets the kill. She was quiet in the first set, but came alive in the second. And picks up right where she left off in the third. Too long from Bryant. Hasn't been her best night hitting. Just now hitting .038. 5 kills and 26 total attacks. But a service error for Buick. Don't forget, we'll be right back here tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now, as Queens comes to town. Part of a triple header tomorrow on the Bears Sports Network. Another one for LR. The lead is 3. Got volleyball against Queens and then a soccer doubleheader against the Bulldogs of Wingate. Bears' biggest rival. Prawl, look out. Kuzma had no chance to do anything with that one, and the Bears are doubling up the Indians here in the third. It's 8-4. Part of a road weekend for Queens. They're at Mars Hill tonight. But a service error for Anna Jordan as she doesn't come close to that one. All again into the stands. She's into double-digit kills now. That's number 10. She was the focal point. Her and Romp had really good games in the last meeting. 13 kills for Prawl, 12 for Romp. Another service error there. Second of this set for LR. First was by Buick. Faust was really quiet the first time these two met, too. She only had 5 kills. But Romp hit 370 that night. Just over 2 weeks ago in Salisbury, and that one is out. very close. But the point stays with the Bears, as Kylie Morgan just barely missed the line there. Jasmine Wooten comes in to the game for Catawba, junior from Hope Mills, North Carolina. Braylon will serve long. That's 3 service errors for the Bears out of 7 points in this third set for Catawba, so self-inflicted wounds keeping the Indians in this third set. You know the Bears would like to get this wrapped up in 3 tonight, knowing they have to play again tomorrow as Clark picks up the kill as the block went off the needle. And Halsey will serve it. She had a really good second set. She's so good around the net. Not close there for Allison Bryant. Came into this one with 173 kills, but just 5 tonight. Gets another chance, though, and gets her 6th. Catawba's still in the SAC tournament right now. The top 8 make it, and the Indians are fighting for their lives to make it into the tournament as Hawkins hammers one. And it's 13-8 LR. Right now the Bears are on pace to host. As I mentioned earlier, they're in second in the league. Tusculum in first at 12-1. The one came right here in this gym. And 3 sets to LR. It was a clean sweep. Then at Lenoir-Rhyne at 10-2. Losses to Carson Newman and Anderson as Prawl gets another. Wingate's 11-3. Their 3 are 2 to Tusculum, 1 to LR here. Bears travel to Wingate on next Saturday afternoon. Anderson's at 10-3. They're right there in the mix as well. Bears have played Anderson once and lost on the road at Anderson. Carson Newman's 8-5. They're always solid. They're in 5th, so that's the hosting line right there. Tusculum, Lenoir-Rhyne, Wingate, and Anderson are in line as of today to host in the SAC tournament. Obviously, lots of volleyball still to be played as the SAC tournament doesn't start until the middle of November, so still quite a while to go for the Bears. So we're in a Catawba timeout. But the Bears, after this home stretch on the weekend, hit the road again for 3. Queens at home tomorrow. Bears have already beaten them once. Coker on the road. Coker has come here and lost. Obviously, I mentioned the Wingate game. That's next Saturday. Then they travel to Mars Hill on Tuesday, November 9th. Mars Hill has already come here and lost. And then the regular season finale, Friday, November 12th, against Newberry right here in the Shoe. Those two played an epic 5-set match as Clark picks up a big block and point for the Bears. They're up 7, 15-8 here in the third. Bears lost the first 2 sets at Newberry and came back to win in 5. Won the last 3. That was, obviously the belief was there after they beat Wingate early, but the comeback at Newberry was, in my opinion, kind of a turning point. But the Bears realized that they can be really good as Clark is way wide on that one. Didn't get turned around enough. So still, including tonight, 6 league matches left. So the Bears are on the hosting line right now. But certainly not a time to let up. But Catawba's still right now in the SAC tournament as Romp picks up another kill off of Mackenzie Folk, who is in the game for the first time. Senior from East Bend, North Carolina. Rachel Buick will serve it. Bryant denied by Faust and Romp. And Prawl, not a good set. She had to lunge in front of it to get it. And dives down for the dig. Hamilton not able to tip. Prawl again. Single block that time by Miranda. She's done well blocking there on this near side. But the Bears just keep coming at you. And that one tipped and out, and a point for LR. Another kill for Colette Romp. Kane was the unfortunate party that tipped it. The Bears 8 points away from a sweep. Ooh, hammering kill there by Jordan Gore. Her third of this match. She's one of 2 Indians hitting positive. She leads the Indians in hitting. She's 1 for every 3, 333. Bryant long on the serve. Can't do that if you're Catawba. Got to make the Bears earn everything at this juncture. And Anna Jordan, also a Statesville native. And Faust come from the same place. Gore didn't quite get enough on that one. And it ends up on the ground. Kuzma was down on the ground, but she could only hit it once. And a timeout for Catawba. Indians on the brink. Patrick Nicholas trying to stop the bleeding. Bears trying to close out Catawba when you come back to the shoe.
Moret Stadium is an iconic part of LR athletics, hosting games, tailgating, marching band competitions, sports camps, and graduation ceremonies. The stadium serves as a valued focal point for the greater Hickory area. The time has come to renovate the stadium to allow LR to continue to offer our student athletes, fans, and the community an exceptional experience.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or hey,
LR 6 points away from a clean sweep of Catawba tonight. Serve from Anna Jordan. Faust. She's been a little quieter in the third set than she was in the second set, where she had 6 kills. And Buick, what a heady play that was, as the block was just off the line, but her and Prawl both realized it at the last second to let it land, and it's 20-10. Bears doubling up the Indians here in the third. Jordan seen action in all 3 sets tonight for the second consecutive match. What a nice hit that was by Ariana Colon. She's got 50 kills on the year. Haven't seen her too much tonight. Senior from Orlando, Florida. As Kuzma comes back in to serve. Surprised that it took till this juncture in the match to mention Cologne's name. She's hardly been out there. Faust with a good single block. But that one lands on the Bears' side of the net as Prawl and Faust can't quite come up with it. Miranda was the one that picked up the kill. She's got 3, but still hitting negative tonight for Catawba. Halsey with a good idea, but Catawba was there, and that one's just out again. Buick with 2 heady plays in a row right here on that near sideline. And Prawl, who served a 12-point run. Bears were down 18-11 in the second set. She served 12 points in a row to give the Bears a second set win. Cologne dug out by Buick. What a dive by her. Jordan just gets it over. Hawkins finds a hole. Ashley hasn't had her best hitting night, but places that one perfectly. No, Taylor Prawl doesn't want to give this serve back to Catawba. Hawkins blocked by Miranda. She hasn't been great hitting tonight, but she's been very solid blocking. The Indians do get the serve back. Carrie Hales will give it a whirl. Faust, another kill. Partial block, but it lands on the Indian side. Now Faust will try to close out Catawba. Way outside for Cologne. Clark in the middle picks another. She's got 5 on the night. Emma Clark also leads the Bears in, pardon me, I was looking at Buick's stat line. Say Buick has 20 digs tonight. And there it is. A clean sweep for the Bears, dominating fashion tonight. They take the third set, 25-13, and send Catawba home packing in an hour and 20 minutes. Pretty quick work tonight. Bears had a little bit of trouble in the second set, but a 12-point run did not give them any trouble. And the team that never sweeps anybody has picked up 2 sweeps in a row over Lincoln Memorial and Catawba tonight, and moved to 11-2 in SAC play, and are still firmly in second place behind Tusculum. So for the rest of our Bears Sports Network crew, I'm Eric Bach. We will see you in about 18 hours, 2 p.m. first serve tomorrow, as Queens comes to town. Bears trying to sweep the weekend at home. Finally back at home for the first time in 27 days, and welcome the fans back into the shoe with a quick and easy sweep over Catawba. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon. For now, good night from the shoe.